Hi, and welcome to my channel. Uh, Today I just wanted to talk real quick about just emergency water and just having like extra water in case of emergencies, power outages, uh natural disasters, just like pretty much whatever reason that you may need water. And I live in the city, so even without emergencies, it's just like it's no telling if they're working on a different part, like water, they're working on water system in different parts of your neighborhood, or if you live in apartments, there might be a leak in someone else's apartment, and they may have to cut the water off, or someone down the street might have issues with their water. Or sometimes it could be sometimes they treat the water and they just randomly turn the water off. So there's all different types of reasons that you want to make sure that you have your own stockpile of water. So I just want to share some tips to that can help you. Just make sure you always have water, just in case for whatever reason you may need it, and just easy ways to store water without spending a lot of extra money if you don't want to. And then some of the inexpensive ways to store water. First off, this is like for every day. I use these to keep like water in my refrigerator. You can see the condensation from the cups because I got them out of my fridge. I have a problem like staying hydrated, drinking lots of water, and I don't like just like hot or room temperature water. Like only way I can really drink water is cold. So what I have done is these are I bought these at the Dollar Tree. They just come individually. They're 125. So it's a little glass with a lid. So what I do, I just filter my tap water here, fill it up every day, and I don't remember how many of these. I have like four or six, I don't know. But I actually get my son involved. He does this like every day. He wakes up in the morning and checks the water. Like at nighttime, he'll fill this up. So in the morning it's full. So he'll just take the containers, fill them up, and stick them in the fridge. So when I need water, it's already poured. I just go in there and grab one. And I also have some canning jars. And I did find these. I'm in a Facebook group. It's called Free Things Houston. And people all the time are just trying to get rid of stuff like extra stuff laying around the house they don't want or need, or like if they're moving, they don't want to take extra things with them. So they just like post things to give away. Most of the time you have to like pick it up. You do have some people every once in a while they'll be willing to like meet you halfway, or they're kind enough to drop it off. But most of the time they just want to get rid of it and they'll just post it and be like first come, first serve. So a lady, she gave me like two whole boxes of these. So I don't know. She gave me roughly like 12 or 15. I don't know. But I fill these up also and stick in the refrigerator just to have really readily available for me. So like, I mean, if you don't need to, you don't have to. You could just fill them up and put them like in a box, or if you have like an extra shelf. But I use these like every day. And then also, like I say, when I bottle water, I don't throw my containers away. I just refill them. And I do just for my own suspicious and reasoning. I do like every 1 to 2 years after like refilling them, I just go ahead and stop. I go ahead and throw them out and just buy new bottles and switch them out just because I just be worried about germs and whatever, just want to use them over and over again. So these I probably should have. I just used all of mine that I had stored from barrels, so I should have went ahead and cleaned them out. But I didn't because starting this week, it's supposed to start raining like every day. There's going to be like bad weather for like a week. So I just went ahead and wanted to get them refilled. So that way at least I have them if I need them again. But I do also keep this one of these. I refill these and keep at least one of these in my refrigerator at all times. And it's the same. I just refill them from out here. And I have just gallon waters stored in laundry area. So I just have like a couple of these for emergencies already ready to go, and they're already filtered tap water. So and then also like if you don't buy bottle water, or if you don't have any containers to put your water in, you can just use any old regular like this. You can see it's just like a mixed nuts container. It's empty because I used it for barrels during that time, and I'm still refilling it. So I just filled this up this morning, and I'm waiting for the water to filter out so I can finish refilling this one up and fill this up back up. So you don't have to go out and spend extra money on jars or plastic containers or whatever. You can just save these old whatever kind of jars or containers you have and just refill them up. And then I bought this a couple of years ago. I bought it while I was pregnant actually, because the water I was having problems just like in my tap water, it was just coming out. I mean, I know it's probably not a good idea to drink tap water anyways, but it's just like sometimes I run out of bottled water and I just need water. So and then plus I used to cook with my tap water. So now I try not to cook with tap water. I try to get it like directly out of here. But I did buy this because my tap water, it was coming out. I just noticed after, I can't say after, but just like around the time that COVID was more prevalent, I noticed it to me, I feel like they were adding more bleach to the water. So like it would come out real strong. Like as soon as you turn the water on, it would just be like the smell would just be overpowering. So some people say it's just the gas. You need to let it just like run off for a few minutes. But either way, even after I would fill these and like open it like later, you still could smell it. Because even after I have them stored, and it'll be like months later or weeks later, go and open it and has like a really bad chlorine smell. But I did start filtering it to see if it got rid of the smell and taste, and it definitely did. So for one point in time, I wasn't even buying bottled water anymore. But I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I still need to buy it for emergencies. Because it even started around, like I said, when COVID was more prevalent, even the bottled water to me started smelling that I was buying started smelling more like bleach, the chlorine smell. So I guess people say it's the gas or whatever, but I didn't trust it. So I had really just stopped buying bottled water because, like I said, I was pregnant and I noticed that I was starting to get like a lot of acid reflux. And I felt like it was because of water. Because after I started using this and stopped drinking the tap water, my symptoms disappeared. I didn't have any more problems. But I was able to find some brands that didn't have the smell, taste, and smell. So one of them was Crystal Geyser, and I don't remember the other brand, but I found at least two brands. As you can see, this container here, I just took off the wrapping. But I was eventually able to find like two different brands of water, but in my area, only certain stores sell those. So I just started back just buying bottled water, anyways, just to have it. Right. And so I guess I'll talk about this a little more later, but I just want to get back into emergency water. Another thing that I do have is the Sawyer. You just put the water in here directly, and it'll filter it while you drink it. I don't really like this because it doesn't really like. I have to take this out to get it set up. Well, it doesn't come with this in there, this part doesn't come. It come like stuck inside of there, and you have to put it in there. So like when I do it, like as you can see, I can't really figure out how to. It's just not really that. I guess you could just slide it. I don't have the best of luck with this. It's just doesn't work well for me. So I think the best solution is for me. I probably don't even use this because when you do this and you drink the water, like I put regular tap water in here, and the taste is not a good taste. It just tastes like tap water. So I don't like the taste. So I really don't even use this. So I rather just use my water out of here. But it is easier. I did buy this at Walmart, but for me it's probably easier just to like take this and just use this because you can just use this just like the mini Sawyer or the Sawyer. So I mean I still have it just for whatever emergency, on the go emergency. And then I do have bottled water. I used to buy the big gallons, but I don't have transportation anymore. So I would stockpile. I used to try to at least keep about 6 cases of water at all times. But like I said, right now I don't have transportation, but there is a Dollar Tree close to me in walking distance. So they have like a 6 pack here for $1.25 at my local Dollar Tree. So I mean, and they have two different sizes. So and I guess it is oh I guess I would recommend to go ahead and buy your different size water bottles because like I say, you might want to put some throw it in your purse or your bag or something. And these they do get quite heavy, the 16 ounces. And they can get quite like heavy and bulky if you're trying to carry it in a bag or something. So if you just want to stockpile emergency water and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can't afford yet to buy a water filter or filtration system, or you're just too lazy. Like this is like the easiest way to do it, just to buy the water. And then recently also I started buying these because I mean, because all of the talk about microplastic in the water bottles and saying that the plastic is not good. And I do think about that, like if I want to store this water and just leave it for a long period of time. Like I've heard different theories about the plastic soaking into the water and microplastics. So I have started buying like canned water. And this brand is called Liquid Death. And they do have just like a regular water, and they have a sparkling one. And they also do have like flavored, I think the flavored water or the sparkling kind. They have like different kind, but as far as storage, I just prefer just the regular water with no extra additives because I'm pretty sure there's like chemicals that they use for the flavoring. So I'm just thinking about like long term, it's probably not going to be good for you. So I just buy just the regular, and these are like 19.2 ounces. So it's a good amount of water. If you want to throw like one of these in your, if you have a to-go bag or backpack, just like in one of them, depending on how heavy it already is. Because these, if you at least have one of these, I mean, just a good amount of water to, last, for an emergency. But, or just like, I don't know if you would keep it in your drawer because of the heat. Where I live in Texas. So in your state or area, it might be different. It might be okay for you to leave it. But they come in a case of 8. They come in a case. So my local Walmart has these. No, I've seen them at Kroger. So I'm pretty sure like HEB carries them. But you can check your local grocery store or online. And then just as like I like to just have different types and different options for emergency water. Just like the same as with anything else, just as far as you saw my lighting video, I like to have different types and forms of lighting. So I do like to have different types and forms of water. Because, like I say, some of them are already, good to go. You might be in an emergency. You might could just grab a couple of waters or just keep them in your to go bag or your everyday carry bag or your purse or diaper bag. And I did find another recently. I found another option for water, so like on the go water, and these are like really good. The only thing about these that I don't like is the taste. They just taste like tap water. So, but I mean, it's good to have an emergency situation because these are like lightweight and they're actually like 4 ounces. And it's like a thick plastic, so you really don't have to worry about puncturing or, breaking through the bag. It has a pre-perforated little tear there. And on the back, it does give you instructions on how to use it for like emergency situations. And it says to drink no water for the first 24 hours unless you're sick or injured or in desert conditions. Therefore, approximately 8 ounces. So that's two each of the 4 ounces bag per day. The poisey sealed bag may be checked by squeezing. So, like if you had a store somewhere, you're not sure if it's still good, you just squeeze it. And I guess it's saying if like water comes out, then it's been compromised. So you may or might not want to drink it depending on where you're storing it. But if this is your only, water supply, then I would say just go ahead and drink it. But I mean, I guess these conditions would be considered like recommended. I guess if you're already like well hydrated, because if you're already dehydrated and just say you're going on a camping trip or you're in your car, there's an emergency and you can't go anywhere, you're stuck in traffic, or there's like a huge car pile up, or there's like a winter storm and you already were like dehydrated before, then I guess this probably would not apply. So you probably want to drink more than is recommended. But you have to consider that too, just as far as being prepared too. That's another point. You want to make sure that you're already well hydrated, like before emergencies arise and happen. Because I was watching one YouTuber, that's what he was saying. It doesn't really take long before after emergencies that you start to show signs of dehydration. So it's just like me on a regular basis. I don't drink a lot of water, so I do have to do this in order to stay hydrated. So I think about that like every day. Like, okay, if there's an emergency, you already don't get a lot of water as it is. So that's one thing that you can do to be prepared just ahead of emergencies. It's just one simple thing is staying hydrated on a regular basis. And it is hard for me, as you can like see now, my mouth is kind of dry. So I'm having trouble talking. So I do on the regular have problems with staying hydrated. But getting back to what I was going to discuss about this, that's one thing also that you want to consider is maintaining equipment and having extra parts. Because something unexpected happened to me. Like when I bought this, I didn't buy any extra parts or anything. I say that I was when I got the extra money, and that time just never came around because I was supposed to be buying like an extra spigot, and I was gonna buy an extra filter, like the whole filter, like 2 pack. Because when I bought mines, I just bought like mines. I bought two. So I think in here it has the option of having four, up to four. I believe so. I don't remember. Let me check and see. Yeah, you can get up to four filters in 5 years. So I guess depending on how fast you want it to filtrate to water. And I just like about 2 or 3 months ago, I had stopped using this. But I mean, thankfully, I do already keep containers of water. It was just like unexpectedly something happened. I think this, like when I go to put this on there, it doesn't seal. So like even right now, I'm screwing it. You see, screw is like coming loose. So at first I wasn't sure what the problem was. I thought maybe this was bent, but I think the problem is just this little plastic thing that is the hold has been compromised. So I think somehow here where there's the little rings inside of there, I think somehow one of them has been compromised. And so when you go to screw it on, because it's been damaged, it doesn't like seal properly. Because I tried to switch the water filter, and I tried to switch like the little rings. I don't know what you call these, but I tried to switch it out. At first, I was thinking that this was just bent, and that's why I wasn't doing it, but it doesn't appear to be. So either way, I couldn't figure out what the problem was, but I think it's just this ring here. The I forget what it's called, but I think it's just that part has been damaged. So I didn't use it for like a whole month and a half, month and a half. And then I was trying to like look online to see how much the replacement filters are. And it just seemed like I never got the extra money to save up to buy another one. So what I did do is just go to the local store, and I tried to just go find like bolts and nuts that would fit, but I wasn't able to find anything. Like they're all too big or too small. So I even tried to find like the metal. My first option was to go to Harbor Freight, my local Harbor Freight, and try to find some screws. Not screws, but just like where this filter goes, I was just gonna just plug the hole. So I was just trying to find like a screw and bolt where I can just stick in the hole to seal it off. That way I could just use the one filter. But I wasn't able to. So I did wind up going to Walmart trying to find like a plastic one, and I don't remember, it's either too big or too small, but it doesn't fit properly either. And I bought that, and then I also bought, like, I was surprised, but this did work. It's called a toilet seat bumper. The little white, the little white things that go on your toilet when you close your toilet to keep the toilet from like the flap parts from touching the base part. You just put it there to stop it from like clamping on itself. So this was the perfect size. So what I did, I put it in there this way and stuck through the hole. So this is big enough to keep the water, so I can just use the one filter. Well, it was like a hack for anybody that has one. You can see there. So I just have one working right now, and I have the other one that plugged up. So it's taking twice as long for my water to filter out, but hey, I mean it's working and it's getting the job done with just one filter. So I do like recommend, if you're able to get one, that you do buy like extra parts whenever you can, because everything that's going on right now, there may come a time where you're not able to order anything offline or in stores. Then another thing is I did buy mine off of Amazon. At the time I went to the Berkey store, they were out of stock. So I was able to find like another store that were selling these. And I checked to go back to see the price of mine that I bought, and that link or that seller is no longer there. So even in my like history of like recently sold items, it's not even there anymore. So I'm assuming because all the controversy, they just decided to stop selling them. So like I said, this pack came with two bumpers. It came with two of the toilet seat bumpers. So I mean, I guess it's just the standard size. So it came with two of those and then two of the long things. So I have an extra one if I need one. They came two to a pack. They're only like $3 or something. And the same with these. They were just like less than $5. So, and I was gonna go ahead and take these back because they didn't fit, but I was like, well, heck, they're less than $5, so I might be able to use it for like something else later. So, That's just one good tip. You want to just make sure that you have items readily available that you can repair things in times where you're not going to be able to buy replacement parts for certain things. And like I like mine so far. I haven't used mine other than just like tap water. So uh but it does take the chlorine smell and taste off for me. So like I said, this works fine for me because I can refill up all my things and can store water. I can use it for like every day. And I have started using mine for like cooking instead of using the tap water. I just go ahead and cook with mine. And like I said, you want to make sure that you have water stored and just like different varieties and options for water. Because for me, during the barrel a couple of weeks ago, what I did was like I already had these in my refrigerator. And then plus I had at least one of these in my refrigerator. I don't remember how full it was, but I had one of these. I had some of these already. And then I have already these filtered in my laundry area with some containers. Okay. And so, and then plus I had water in here. So what I did during the barrel was I went ahead and just like reserved my drinking water, the one I had in the refrigerator, plus my extra for me for drinking like every day. I already had some ready to go. And then my extra ones that I had stored away, I kind of use these for everything else. They were already filtered, so they were ready to go if I needed it for drinking or cooking. So that's the first thing I did is use up these reserves, use what I had in the refrigerator, and then I used my extra that I had stored in there. And I didn't have much in here. It was just like a little bit. And so I like reserved this. I didn't really use what I had in here. So that was my thing is I just wanted to go through this water first and I knew that it was already filtered. And what I do, that's not a good example, is after I fill these up, because sometimes if I don't filter the water, sometimes I get lazy and I just have empty things lying around and I just want them filled up. So after I do filter them, I do take a little Sharpie and you can see there's like an X, so that lets me know that whatever the containers that have already filtered water. And I mean, I actually don't even need one because all I have to do is take my lid off and just smell it. And if I know that it smells like bleach, then I know that it hasn't been ran through and filtered. So, but it's easier for me just to look and see the X on the top. So that's like this would the ones in the can would be just like kind of like a last resort. And these would be like my last is a very last option. And this will be right next. So that would be G. And that's what I explained to my kids. I told them, what you can drink and use these that I had. And then when those run out, then we started using the bottled water. So right now, because of the barrel, I'm still refilling my water containers. I still have to go back and refill all of these, and I'll try to get it done today because, like I said, it's going to be raining all week, raining and storming, so no telling what's going to happen. And I do also have to restock like my bottled waters because you did use some of those. And I think that's pretty much it. And like I said, I think I did mention that these are just like a great idea to throw in your to-go bag or like to keep in your car, your purse. Like they're only 4 ounces and they really don't weigh a lot. So this to me, I think it's a really good option. The only thing is, well, I guess you can drink it straight out of here, or you want to drink more than one at a time. I guess you could open it and pour it into a container and drink it. But like I said, they don't taste the best. They just taste like tap water to me. but they do come in like a case of 18, and these are, I bought these off of Amazon, and I bought these because they were EBT eligible, so I don't have to spend any extra of my own cash. They come in 18 count. So I just start buying like one of these a month to have and just putting them away, storing them away. Actually, I did open one packet to like try it. And like right now, I do have some in like my everyday little purse bag that I carry. I have one in like I have a bag for my baby. So I have a couple of there and there. And then for my kids, my teens, they have like a to go backpack. So, or they just every day if we're going out anywhere, they carry a backpack every day with them. So I did give them a couple of those to throw in the backpack, and they usually have, along with that, at least like one of these or like a couple of these. So we do that. So all the water, the bottled water, the packets of emergency water, and plus these, they are all also EBT SNAP eligible food stamps, like whatever you want to call it. You can do all of those things. Or even, like I said, if you have problems like me, staying hydrated, you can just go to Dollar Tree. Or if you're able to find, someone that's giving these away, or if you just have extra just lying around that's empty. Because a lot of people, that's what they say. They don't store these empty. They just fill them up with water, and they have like a shelf or something that they keep them on. Or even if you don't have a shelf, you can just get like a box. Like sometimes if you order cases of water or any kind of cases or anything, you have cardboard boxes, you can just like stack them in there and use that as a shelf. And another thing I wanted to say is I was able to find a Berkey. It was someone on Facebook in my Facebook group, free Facebook group. They were actually giving away a whole Berkey. They were saying that they had never used it or something. And I was like, what? And I really wanted to go get it, but I didn't have transportation. And then I checked like the next day and it still was available. So, I mean, if I had transportation, I definitely wouldn't have got it. So it's just like sometimes you never know the stuff that you can find. Like I said, I found a whole 2 cases of these on there and I had to go pick them up. She gave these away with some other things, but I had these lying around and I was like, because I don't do canning or anything. But I bought them because I was like, maybe later when I want to do it, I'll have some. But I probably want to use these because I use them like every day. And I know you have to have like a good seal for canning. So just every day, just wear and tear from the rings and the glass itself. So I don't want to take any chance. I probably just buy new ones. And then I have like broken some of these. So it's always good if you can find some free ones, extra ones. And then these do start like rusting away after so long and getting a little damage to them. So that's why I wouldn't really use these for canning. I'll probably just keep using it for that. But I think that's about it for today. And as you can see, if you watch my other video, I do keep my lightings readily and available. So when my lights go out, I already, have candles laying around, but I know where they are. And then I also have like 2 more of these just sitting up here on the counter. And then the white bucket there, I have matches. So I try my best to stay prepared at all times. But I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you have found some useful tips. If you have any more ideas, just leave a comment. And if any of these ideas help you, just let me know. Thank you and see you next time.